Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League's Dungeonbowl. We're in week number 3 this evening, getting the week started with not a doubleheader, probably a header and a half. We're gonna get the night started with the Gutterballs versus Wasabazons, El Numerino versus War Horsemen. We've got Orcs versus Amazons, and we got a lot to talk about. So let's look at the standings real quick before we talk about these two teams this evening. In Division A, currently in first place, Odin and Snuffle, coached by Clyphis. That's a Norse team. They are undefeated with a record of 2-0-0. They are followed by a tie for second place, the Conspicuous Disunion, coached by Chime, and the Fishy Fiends, coached by Ajax, a Necro and a Chaos Renegades team, respectively, also undefeated with a record of 1-1-0. We're in Division A for game number 1 this evening. The Gutterballs taking off. The Gutterballs taking on the Wasabazons. In Division B, currently tied for first place, are the Arlington Nationals, coached by B-Dog. They're an undead team, and Technobab Lake, that's my human team. They are tied at a record of 1-0, and very close behind them in third place is, in my opinion, the GOAT, Electrics Man's Skaven team, also 1-1-0. And in Division C, in first place, Philosophers Song, coached by Spire. They're a lizard team. They're 2-0-0. And Mammal Nightmares in second place. Festoon's Necro team, also 2-0-0. With the World of Cheese following up in third place. That's James Like Snacks's Pro Elf team. They're 1-0-1. The home team for this evening will be the Gutterballs. They have 14 on the roster. Everybody's starting. This is a nightmarish roster. Nightmarish roster. 14 players on the roster. They've got all 4 big and blockers, all 4 blitzers. They have the big guy and the troll. They have a thrower. They have a couple of goblins and a couple of linemen as well. 1 apothecary, 6 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. And we'll talk about this in just a minute. They're going to be up against the Wasabazons tonight, coached by War Horsemen. They're 12 on the roster, also all starting. They have 2 of their blockers, 2 of their throwers, 2 of their blitzers, and a bunch of linewomen. 1 oppo, 4 dedicated fans, and 3 rerolls. Their TV is going to be one. Did we talk about the TV of the Gutterballs? The Gutterballs TV is at 1,790,000 gold. That's squarely in high TV territory, up against the Wasabazons that only have 1,230,000 gold. Electrics Man with the sub. Raiders are beating the Broncos. Thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. Good to see you here. Thanks everyone for being here tonight for our header and a half. But that's 1790 minus 1230 is 560,000 gold in petty cash going to the Wasabazons tonight. They are going to have to rely on that. We'll talk about that in just a minute. These two teams, very quickly, the way they're going to play. The Orc team, I mean, what is there to say? They're going to bash all night. They've got lots of block, lots of mighty blow, lots of guard. They're going to pulverize this Amazon team. That's their job tonight, is to smash them. I do think the Gutterballs are the favorite team on paper. The Wasabazons certainly not out of it. We're going to talk about how they might be able to compete against such a terrifying team. Look at that, 3 tackle players as well up against an Amazon team. So scary. Their job is to bash. Bash, bash, bash. Oh, Mr. Rocker Crocker, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, no matter how long or how short that may be. Always nice to see you here. Super bashy team with a number of players with tackle against the Wasabazons. Boy, AV8 plus. The War Horseman has done a pretty good job here of picking up a number of players with block. That's a number of blodgers, but with 3 tackle players, it's going to be difficult to manage. The 2 Jaguar Warriors have the strength of 4, of course. They also have defensive, which is going to turn off that guard, which is going to be a key factor in tonight's game, both on offense and on defense. Those blitzers, of course, with hit and run and jump up, that their movement is going to be critical in this matchup as well. But I think really the Wasabazons on offense, they're going to have to rely on the passing game. They have the 2 throwers, right? They have safe pass, so they don't worry about the ones. They have pass for the free reroll. They have on the ball for that free movement on a kick, also on a pass. So with these 2 players, I think they're going to have to really threaten the passing game to get those Orcs to spread out a bit, so that they're not getting those inevitable 3-die blocks with Mighty Blow against these AV 8+ Wasabazans. It's going to be real tricky to do. They're going to have to try to leverage the warrior blockers to get rid of a couple of blocks or a couple of guardsmen to bring these blitzers in to take a key blitz and then hit and run to try to control some pitch. And then with all that said, they could try to gain a little bit of ground and get this passing game going. Whether that means opening up a lane to get somebody downfield to threaten the reception, or that means just moving a number of players down pitch, protecting them for a turn, and then going into the end zone to score. It's going to be really, really tricky against this team tonight, but they're going to get 560,000 gold in petty cash. What can they do with that? I think for my money, of course they could pick up Morgan Thorpe for 380k, certainly. But if they do that, they're going to be down to 180k. They can't pick up the dual star players, Dribble and Drool at that case, or at that point. They could pick up a wizard. I think instead they pick up Dribble and Drool for 190. Then they pick up Zug. They pick up Muddy Zug with Strength 5, Muddy Blow, and Block. Gives them that extra strength and resiliency they need for 220, and that leaves them exactly 150 gold for a wizard as well. I think that combo can help open up those orcs for that turn that we were talking about to get that ball down pitch so they can get into the end zone. On defense, they need to stay in front of the orcs. They can leverage that they can leverage that dodge to get away. We often talk about how Amazons don't want to dodge because they're Edge 3+. I don't think they're going to be able to help it tonight. They don't want to give up these blocks to these orcs. They're going to have to take some risky dodges, and they really, really need to watch out for those 3 tackle players. These 3-star players with a wizard, I think, gives them just enough edge to compete. But there is one more problem that we alluded to early here. Not entanglements. Where are we? The gutter balls. They have so much money in their treasury. Look at that, 590,000 gold. That is catastrophe territory. So if you're unfamiliar, once you reach a certain amount of money in your treasury, you need to start rolling what are called expensive mistakes. And the more money you have, the riskier it becomes. Now, at 590k, the gutter balls are at risk, a 1 in 6 chance of losing their treasury. So they're at a 1/3 chance of losing half that money. So the gutter balls have to be storing that money for some reason. And I think tonight, we'll see. I think what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to snake a star player away from the Wasabazans. Which star player it will be, we'll see. But let's say, for example, well, not for example, but if it's Morgan Thorpe, I think they're fine with that. Whichever one they try to take, I don't know that they're going to do this, but if they try to do this, whichever one they take, I do think the Wasabazans have an answer for. I think they say, okay, fine, you have him. I'm still taking these guys. It still gives me a little bit of an edge. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here in just a few moments as we get game number 1 underway. 45 minutes from now is going to be our second game. Unless this game is like super, super close, we're going to try to catch the full second game. We typically try to catch the full first game, but we're going to try to catch the turn 1 for the second game, unless something crazy is happening here for game number 1. So that's scheduled for 45 minutes from now, and that's going to be the Nappanee Nightmare versus Philosopher's Song. That's Proudstar versus Spire. I don't know what the 2 factions are. Spire certainly lizards. Philosopher's Song is lizards. Nappanee Nightmare is chaos. So chaos versus lizards for game number 2 this evening. Cliffy says, you heard, man, you need to make sure your game is crazy. Looks like clear skies for the game this evening. Spire says another 600k inducement game. Yes, indeed it is. And this is not, thank you, Alexa. This is not a experienced team versus new team situation either. These are 2 experienced teams coming in at a 600k inducement differential. All right, for 560k going to the Wasabazans, the gutter balls do get to buy inducements first. You can buy into, yeah. You had to figure when you're in catastrophe territory in your treasury, That's the game plan, right? So the Gunnerballs, as the favorite team, picking up Morgenthorg. That is an extra 380K going to the Wasabazons. This is no longer a 600K inducement game. This is almost 1 million gold. Glottal Stop and Anky Panky picks. So those are the 2-star players. You are limited to 2-star players unless you pick up a dual star player. That counts as 1 for the purposes of inducements. But now still a gajillion gold left over. Now what the Wasabazons could do is they could spend that 380K to pick up Morg. That's going to drop them down a star player, but then Morg will take the money from both teams and not play. So that's an option for the Wasabazons as well. They still have plenty of money to spend here if they're picking up Glottal Stop and Anky Panky. They've picked up the Wizard. They picked up a bribe. Still 230K left. Spire says, no Philosopher song, Nappanee, meaning the game's not playing tonight? Hank the Ranger says, take the chef. Oh, that would be a great pick. He needs 300K for the chef. Come on, take the chef. when do you ever have an opportunity to take the chef as not halflings? 800K left, picked up extra team training, picked up a keg, picked up a bribe, a wizard. All right, Morg for the favored team. Oh, Spire, I got you. Glottal Stop now for the Wasabazons, as will be Anky Panky. So picking up 2 high-strength players. Boy, I think against this Orc team, I really would have leaned into those skinks. 2 skinks for 190K, and you could get, say, Zug or whoever. But gonna go with the 2 high-strength players instead. They're gonna be up against a very skilled-up Orc team and Morgenthorg. What a TD differential, 940,000 gold. Yeah, once you start getting up into the 500 range, then you're at risk of losing all your money. So there's 3 different tiers of risk once you have to start rolling expensive mistakes. The first is a minor mistake, I think it's called. You lose a D3 plus 10,000 gold. The second one, a minor incident, that's what it's called. The second one is a major incident. That's where you lose half your treasury. And a catastrophe is where you lose everything except a D3 times 10,000. So it incentivizes you spending that money. Once you start to get up in the catastrophe range, you don't want to lose all that money. So you've got to plan for it, or meaning it is evident that you have a plan for it, not you have to plan for it. Although I guess using it as a verb as well. Also, you have to plan for it. McMackey says, gotta root for the Amazons despite them being Amazons here. We'll see what happens in just a moment. 3 on the line for the defense. 2 corners, and then everybody else behind those 2 cornerbacks. Now, the Gutterballs will set up their offense. 5 on the line. Morgenthorg, the halfback in the formation currently. It's going to be almost certainly Jeff Bridges back to... Oh, he's got 2 sure hands players, Sam Elliott and Jeff Bridges. So either of those players can receive the ball. They can get away with just 1 because they're not up against a kicker. If they were up against a kicker, they almost certainly have 2 back, just to ensure they're not wasting a turn being on the opposite side of the pitch, going to grab the ball. They're going to set 2 back anyway, just in case it's a deep kick. They'll have somebody already in position to cover. Three star players on the pitch this evening. Mackie says, wow, a morgue overdog inducement. Don't see that often. Indeed, you do not. Mackie says, this is going to be wild. Yeah. I don't even think I need to draw on the screen. I mean, all the ingredients are there. 7 on the line, 2 wideouts. Here's the kick. Kicked over in the left wide zone. The gutter balls are going to be graced to reroll, because why not? By Nuffle on the brilliant coaching result. Despite the Wasabazans picking up 2 assistant coaches, they weren't able to win that roll. The way brilliant coaching works is it's a roll-off. You each roll a d6. Each one of your assistant coaches gives you a +1 to your roll. Whoever rolls the higher value gets a team reroll, an extra team reroll. If it's a draw, nobody gets a team reroll. Morg on the first block of the game gets a knockdown, follows up. 3-die block by the number 11 untrained troll here. This will be a push. Two die against the praying mantis is going to be a pal with mighty blow. 7+ breaks armor. There's that armor break. And there's the first removal of what is certain to be many tonight. 1-man player advantage for the gutter balls. Good removal on the nose tackle. Powell against the Belisa over on the left side. With the blitz, got nothing out of that other than a knockdown. Steve Buscemi repositions behind Jackie Treehorn over in the left wide zone. 30 seconds to go here in turn number 1 for the gutter balls. Now up to 4 rerolls. Ball kicked to the 16-yard line, just off the left sideline. Repositioning some orcs before going for this ball. Spire says nothing died. Diced. 3+ pickup. Easy peasy. Advances the ball to the 12-yard line. Let's see if he keeps the 2 players wide on the right side here as he dips into the bonus clock. Here on turn number 1. That'll be the turn. Turn 1 now to the Wasabazans. Watch the 3 tackle players. I was going to say 4? No, 3. The 3 tackle players are the blitzers here. John Goodman, John Turturro, and Steve Buscemi. All with tackle. That's going to negate the dodge skill that is on every single one of these Amazons, save for the star players. Every time Morg touches someone and they don't explode into giblets, the Morg coach is diced. Remember, these Amazons, they have a lot of dodge, will often say that they don't want to rely on dodge due to their relatively low agility. It's not low, but unlike an Elven team that has Ag of 2+, they only have an Ag of 3+. But in this matchup, I don't think War Horseman's going to be able to help it. I think they're just going to have to try to hold these orcs to a blitz a turn as well as they can. Yeah, there's a dodge over on the right side of the line. Oh, no! No! Two-man player advantage for the Orcs. Turn 2 now for the Gunnerballs. McBecky says, I'm not familiar with the Croc Star. Could you give a rundown? Sure. This is Glottal Stop. Glottal Stop has an MA of 6, a strength of 6. Is otherwise a Crocs. Has Mighty Blow. Has Prehensile Tail and has Frenzy. So Mighty Blow, of course, gives you a +1 to your armor or your injury roll, whichever of those 2 rolls you need it for. Frenzy means on the first block, if there's a push, you must follow up. And if your opponent's still standing, you block again. It is great for knocking down players. You can You combine that with Mighty Blow, and you're removing players. Strength 6, Frenzy, Mighty Blow means you're looking for 3 to 6 die blocks with Glottal Stop, right? 3 die block with a Frenzy follow-up into another 3 die to really do everything you can to guarantee that knockdown. Prehensile Tail is also great as well. If you can mark somebody with Glottal Stop, it's now a -1. You can see a -1 to get away, whether that's a dodge, a leap, or a jump. It can really lock down players, especially when you're up against players that aren't elves. Right now, their Edge 3+ is effectively an Edge 4+, and it can really crimp and hamper a formation if you can get Glottal Stop into not Amazon, sorry, against Orcs with Edge of 3+. You can really hamper a formation by having Glottal Stop in a position where now these Orcs really don't want to risk dodging away on a 50-50. 2 die with Morg is going to be another push here. War Horseman beating the sweat off of his brow. It's another turn that he doesn't have to worry about Morg. McMackey says, what's Glottal Stop's star player skill? Primal Savagery. So what he can do is so what he can, sorry, that's just a great skill. What he can do is most big guys have a nega trait. His is Animal Savagery. So the way this works is he's gonna roll a d6, and if he's blocking or blitzing, he needs a 2+. Otherwise, he needs a 4+. But either way, if he fails that die roll, so long as there is a friendly player next to Glottal Stop, he can beat up on that friendly player and take his action. That makes Glottal Stop very reliable at the risk of your own players, right? We see this on Rat Ogres all the time. His star player skill lets him say, you know what? Just this once, I'm going to beat up on an opponent instead. Turn 2 for the Wasabazans. Ball on the Orc 2-yard line right now. If you are unfamiliar with our league format, we have 3 open competitions this season, and the 4th is an invitational. That's our championship at the end of the season. This is the Dungeonbowl is open number 3. So all teams start fresh at the beginning of the season, and then after that, you can continue to play your team all through the course of the season. You can play a new team. You can do whatever you like. And if you make the finals of an open, whether you are the champion or the runner-up, you earn an invitation to our Blood Bowl. That's the invitational at the end of the season. And other teams, you're guaranteed to be in the Blood Bowl if you finish at least in 2nd place. Otherwise, you may make the Blood Bowl, depending on a complicated set of rules. But generally speaking, the higher your rank, the better your chances of making the Blood Bowl. And if you make it to at least 2nd place, you're guaranteed in the Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl is just a single elimination bracket until we declare a champion. This season, we've had, for the first time ever in the league, we've had a 2-time winner. The Chaos Cup champion and the Spike Magazine Trophy champion is currently BB Nut and the Believe Broncos. They're in Division B, looking to win the Dungeon Bowl as well. And they played the same team in each finals as well. That was Moob's NC Snakes. So the NC Snakes and the Believe Broncos guaranteed to make, or guaranteed spots in the Blood Bowl. Clypeus has got it right. That's how you calculate it. It's just that easy. I love I love how you introduced both the imaginary unit and the natural logarithm. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wasabazan's on the bonus clock. Let's see. Anky Panky currently marked. And now the Fury marked as well. Turn 3 for the gutter balls. For Doug gutter balls. They're going to get a knockdown here with... no, they're not. It's a dodge push. 3 turns. Nothing out of Morg. Electric Span says that basically there's a 900% chance of not making it. No. Spent the reroll that Nuffle provided here. The troll went stupid. So the troll is really stupid. His nega trait is you roll a d6, so long as there's a friendly player beside him to remind him what he's here to do, he succeeds that roll on a 2+, otherwise it's 4+. When he fails it, he loses his action and loses his tackle zones. El Marino tried to re-roll that, spent the re-roll, but because big guys are generally loners, had to roll the loner roll before being able to use the team re-roll, failed the loner roll, and lost the re-roll in the process. 1 die blitz on Glottal Stop. It's going to be a push, but Glottal Stop also stands firm. Stand Firm says that when you get pushed back, you do not actually have to get pushed back at all. You can stay right where you are. Festoon says, I just came back and is that an overdog Morg? Well, yes, it is. Although he doesn't appreciate you calling him names like that. Spire says, raise your hand if you knew the troll would be stupid. The troll's just offended. He was like, I'm supposed to be the big guy here. Who's this guy? We don't need him on the team. Why is he here? I'm going to go home and eat ice cream. Man, I need ice cream. Another 1 die on Glottal Stop, and that is going to stand firm again. You can't push around Glottal Stop. Look at that. You made him roar. Jeez, so hurtful. Remember, the Wasabazan's still hanging on to that wizard. They can use it before or after their turn to either chuck a fireball that... oh, he's going to chuck it right now! Oh! Affects a 3x3 square, and that is a knocked out troll. He was so confused. He wasn't looking in the stands for a hidden wizard. 1-man player advantage for the gutter balls. You always gotta look out for a wizard in the stands. You can tell if they're there by their fancy hats and, you know, the fire coming out of their hands. Knock down the ball carrier as well. The ball bounces 1 space back to the 4-yard line. Here comes the Wasabazan pressure. So the wizard spent. Not going to be able to clear the ball. Where's the blitz going to be? It looks like... Boy, I have no idea where the blitz is going to be. 2-die block against Steve Buscemi is a pal by Anky Panky. 10+ breaks armor. Play this this fun robot battling board game this week called Giga Robo. It's a nice little tactical like robot combat game. It's really cool. Looks like it's got like light deck building. It's a hex-based map, and you've got, you know, terrain and buildings and stuff, and and you have pilots, and you can mix and match pilots and robots. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. 2-die blitz. It's going to be on the left side of the ball here. This is not going to work out. Spends a team reroll into a push. Ooh, I was going to say, does he take the push and maybe scatter this ball out? Yes, I was going to take the push this time. In fact, had to. The ball's going to bounce one more space back. Can't hit and run beside the ball because you cannot end your hit and run being marked by the ball. Oh! So didn't hit and run here. Wants to keep number 6 marked. I thought he might hit and run away and then come back behind the ball. Hit and run after a block. Block or a blitz. You get a free point of movement so long as that movement doesn't end marking a player, whether they're standing or standing or proning? Whether they're standing or prone. 2-die back over on the right side here of the scrum. Frenzy follow-up by Glottal Stop's going to be a pal. 9+ breaks armor. Carl Hungus, there's the armor break. Another removal. Oh! 9v9 on the pitch. The Amazons fighting back. You can I was gonna say, you can bring Morg all you want. But we're gonna fight. I think I would have kept Morg marked, honestly. Tried to dodge away, couldn't get away from Morg. And now turn 4 for the gutter balls. I have so much trash to take out tonight. I have bags of like junk that the junk removal guys didn't take away because I didn't know, like, you know, like leftover stuff I didn't know at the time was junk. Boy, I'm not looking forward to taking that out. They did ask, but I didn't know at the time. 2-die blitz, but Morgenthorn with no knockdowns in the first quarter. Yeah, the stuff that was in the storage room in the basement, I had like broken down the boxes they were in, and I had a ton of recycling as well this week. Two rushes to take a mark on Black Moon as well as the Fury on the left side of the scrum. 2-die block against Shinbreaker. He's going to get the knockdown here. 8+ breaks armor. 9v9 on the pitch right now. No armor break. 50-50 pickup works out. Jeff Bridges recovers the ball. Dodging like he thinks he's an Amazon. Gets across the line of scrimmage, and now Jeff Bridges on the opposing 2-yard line. And now the Wasabazons completely behind the ball. End of the first quarter here. Bottom of the fourth. Sabazan's burning that fireball. Didn't really have a lane to get at the ball, but applied some pressure here, hoping to duke it out. But I think this mark here, I think this cost them a bit. I think if they move this mark down here, then they'd still have players around the ball. But that's all right. They still got plenty of players left in the pitch here. Glot will stop failing that animal savagery roll. So now the question is he going to beat up on Thomasina Tom Zarek, or is it going to be Julianne Moore? So spent the loner roll and got through loner, but failed the animal savagery roll. So now it's a question of whether that primal savagery one-time use skill it is going to be procced. So beats up on Juliana Moore, but didn't declare a blitz, so that's going to be the end of the turn for Glottal Stop. Oh, he hasn't even started? Can he can't still declare a blitz, can he? Electric Man says word on the street is Morgan's going to play in the second quarter. We'll see. Yeah, that was the end of his activation there. Oh, good call. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he should have been able to move. Because all he did was activate. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. He must have declared the block. Oh, that's an unfortunate failed blitz. Second quarter begins here. The gutter balls on the opposing 2-yard line. Currently only marked by the Ballista, rookie Jaguar Warrior. These players have strength 4. They also have defensive, so they negate the guard skill. Yeah. Spire says tackle blitzer earning his pay. That's right. There's 3 of them on this roster. Tackle negates the dodge skill, so you don't get that free reroll. Now the Sabazan's down to 1 reroll for the half. Two-die block over in the left wide zone is going to be a push. Now a 2-die once again over in the left wide zone on the other side of the line of scrimmage. This is going to be a push as well. The Fury stays on her feet as she gets pushed by Steve Buscemi. So for a long time, boy, over 10 years maybe? I don't know, but I had a custom home automation solution that I'd built myself. And over time, as technologies have changed and as ecosystems have become more restricted because everybody wants to make sure you're in their ecosystem, it became more and more untenable. So I finally set up Good breakaway here by Jeff Bridges. Breaks away over in the right wide zone. 2 rushes to get down to the 18-yard line. So Blunder can still get there. I think Shinbreaker can't. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. She cannot. Good set of double rushes there to hold this to one player getting on the ball carrier. But I finally switched over to there's an open source piece of software called Home Assistant. So I switch over to that. It's all foreign to me, and so in the meantime, nothing works. But I have done stupid shit like so you could set up custom dashboards and stuff. So I did that, and I was just toying around. So now I have my Steam statistics in my house. Do not block by the Wasamazons. This is going to be a turnover unless they spend their final reroll, and they still have to get through the loner roll. Got to be careful when you start your turn with a big guy block or a big guy die roll, because they tend to be loners, and if you fail that die roll, yep, that's what happens. Null turn by the Wasamazons. Turn 6 now for the Gutterballs. They can park this ball on the 24-yard line and now try to murder some Amazons. Hey, Morg! Morg with a knockdown. 6+ breaks armor. Got the armor break, but only got a stun. He's got to work up to it. First, no knockdowns. Now we'll have some stuns. Maybe we'll get some KOs, and then we'll start getting some casualties. It's like a well-placed stage play, right? You can't just go straight to Act 3. We've got to build up a little bit here. There's got to be some stakes. He's a true showman. Two-die block against the Ballista is going to be a push. Jackie Treehorn on the block. Whenever Morg rings your bell, an angel gets their wings. $15 seconds on the clock here for the Gutterballs. They have just 4:08 on the bonus clock. Good rush to get ahead of the Ballista. 3-die blitz. Why is it a 2-die blitz? What? Oh, strength 4. That's why. Strength 4. 7v4 is not more than double. Turn 6 now for the Wasamazons. Yeah, I thought it was 7v3. You know, if you had any guts, Morg, you'd foul just to show everyone you're not afraid of anyone, including the ref. Under a minute to play here for the Wasamazons. Strong start. I think that fireball was a little aggressive, and then the positioning there meant that the orcs could get some blocks, and then with some lucky die rolls, they were able to break this ball free. And then on that follow-up turn, starting off with the glottal stop block, unfortunately didn't work out. That was a null turn, and now the orcs are gonna get on the board here. The question is when. Sabazan's back on the bonus clock here. Get the push here, and they're gonna grab Jackie Treehorn off the left side. Still can't assist on a block due to the mark by the stranger. Good 3+ dodge to get the ballista back to try to apply some pressure on the ball carrier. Turn 7 now for the gutter balls. I don't think they need to score. I think they're gonna just start funneling players in and setting up some tackle zones to keep the ball carrier safe for one more turn. Galeshi, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How has your day been? It is almost time for a new edition of Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl 2025, releasing allegedly in a week. 3-die Morg, my man. Galeshi says, not bad at all. How's the Dungeonbowl competition going? It's going great so far. It's been a lot of murder. We have Morg selected by the favored team, and then 2-star players on the underdog team as well. Galeshi says, how do we feel about BB 2025? I don't know yet. I am excited for it for sure, but from an analysis perspective, I haven't really, like, I don't know what to make of it yet. Like, there's a lot to consider, and I haven't considered it. So I don't know, but I am excited. Turn 7 for the Wasabazans. So the Wasabazans cannot get anybody on the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. They can get them. The best they can do is get a mark on the ball, and boy, that's going to be a risky play. Glottal, my man Glottal. He's taking a nap. He's done. He's done his job. The play has moved away from the line of scrimmage. He's cool. Spire says BBNet did a really good video on the skill changes. Electric Man says, I'm looking forward to complaining about missing gutter runners. Yeah, I haven't watched BBNet's video yet. I've been very busy. But I do have it bookmarked. I find the anti-stall changes interesting. I don't. Yeah, so went for the mark. So it was a 3+ dodge with no free reroll. In fact, no reroll at all. Got through the dodge and then 2 rushes to get a mark on Jeff Bridges. Holy moly! Oh, boy, he's gonna push him onto the sideline here. Going for broke. Ajax the Riot says, I'm looking forward to my buffed gutters and blitzers on Underworld. Galeshi says, I think it's healthier for the game as a spectacle. Yeah, I'm not against it. I don't know what I think of it yet. Because there's, just on paper, right? Like, there's a lot of teams. Not stalling is going to hurt. But, you know, there's so many changes in the game that it may not matter in that regard. So, but I'm very excited. Push is all he needed. Well done by El Nubarino to get on the board. 1-0. Very well played. It's going to push to the right, and there's that chain push into the end zone. Very well done. Gotta watch out for filling that box. 1-0. The Gutterballs take the lead. The Wasabazans will have a single turn left in this half, unless, of course, there's a timeout. Just a couple of minutes before our second game begins. We'll see how this this half shapes up, and then we'll probably switch over to that other game. As delightful as it is to watch Morg here. She says, give 2XKO anytime. I have not. It intimidates me. Although I love Marvel. I don't know, man. I will give it time, but I haven't yet. I've been in my safe zone playing Killer Instinct and Sam Show with buddies. Yeah, 2XKO is the League of Legends one. Yeah, but it's like Marvel. You know what I mean? Like it's like Super Marvel, right? It's 2v2, or actually, is it 3? It's 2v2, right? It's not 3v3. I don't know, but it's a team game that seems to be very Marvelish. And I like Marvel, but what I like about Marvel is that it's not simple, but like it's so fast, like sort of the underlying mechanics are simple, like they're very easy to understand, and then you just have to put them together at light speed, which is a lot of fun. Once you start to make those mechanics more complicated, I don't know if that's for me. Like, if you want to make it more complicated, you got to slow the game down to like Street Fighter pace, you know, and either make it more grounded, or if you want to make it like an air dasher, like Guilty Gear or something, then you've got to. It's got to be clear what your defensive mechanics are. Like, it looks to me like 2XKO has 37 million mechanics. And like, there was a time where like Guilty Gear was the complicated game. So I don't know if it's for me, but I'll give it a shot anyway, and see what I think about it. All right, I think we're gonna we'll finish out this half, and then we'll kick over the other game here momentarily. Galeshi says, yeah, I see the angle. It's such a good introductory fighter. I think that's a game that might be great for introducing people to the scene. Well, I hope it does. And like I said, I'll give it a shot. So maybe I'll love it. Nick Mackey says, I'm no good at traditional fighters. I really like playing fighters, though. I've been playing a lot of Rivals of Ether 2. That's cool. That's the Smash style game, right? Like, it's a platform fighter. All right, no timeout here, so we're going to kick over to game number 2 here. Let me get set up for this real quick. All right, we're gonna head on over to game number 2. This was the game we were Did I just close the game? Why did I do that? Okay, great. Let me launch the game again. Yeah, I'm not good at Smash at all. Like it doesn't click with me. There's just something I don't get about it. But I still, I'll still play it for sure. Black versus black. We have to turn on. We have to turn on. Red versus blue for sure. Nappanee Nightmare. Oh, you know what? We should probably say who we're looking at, shouldn't we? Tonight, it is the Nappanee Nightmare versus Philosopher's Song. We've got Proud Star versus Spire. Chaos Chosen versus Lizards. 2 smashy bashy teams. One kitted out, one brand new. There's a TD diff here. I don't know what it is, but let's take a look at what the inducements may have been. So a coach for sure. 2 wandering apothecaries. Is there a star player? There is indeed. Grashnak, Blackhoof, MA6, Strength of 6, Frenzy, Mighty Blow, and Horns. Very similar to Glottal Stop that we saw in the game just a moment ago. Galatia says, I came into the fighting game community through Melee. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it just doesn't click with me. I don't understand how to play. But, like I bought, I always buy Melee, or not Melee, Smash when it comes out. Smash is such a love letter to video games in general, right? Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I will fire up Smash Ultimate and just take in the character select screen, Like it's just beautiful. You've got a little bit of everything. Electric Smith says, I don't think there's over $1 million in inducements. Yes, indeed. I did pick up the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I'm not really an MK player either. Like, I play MK, but, like, MK is another game I don't really get. Like, I don't know. But I like MK. And I got the Legacy Collection. I was super excited for it. And I got it on PS5. And, man, the input latency was just off. And not just for the games, but the whole application, which was a super bummer. But they fixed it pretty quickly, which I really appreciate. There's no lobbies or anything either, so like you pick a game and then you just play whoever you play. There's no rank modes or anything, but there are a ton of games in there, which I think is cool. They even have the really terrible games like Game Boy Mortal Kombat and MKA, which is not good. Here's the kick on the ball. Oh no, on the ball. It's going to get the Chameleon Skink Plato under the ball. Good catch on the kickoff here, but that is a timeout, so it's going to be a 7-turn half as we go into turn number 2 for Philosopher's Song. So the Chaos Chosen team, this is what I would consider a kill team. They've got the Chosen blockers here with a strength of 4. They've got these Beastmen with horns. That means on a blitz, they treat their strength as a +1. It'd be a strength of 4. And they tend to get themselves out to murder players, to absolutely murder players. The problem is they're low TV here up against a skilled up Lizard team. So they've got to rely on these inducements, as these Lizards have a couple of things going for them, right? They have the Skinks, which are the fastest players on the pitch at an MA of 8. They're very fast. They're stunty. They have dodge, so they can get to where they need to go. They also have a couple of players here, or a couple of the Saurus blockers that are skilled up as well. They've got Hegel over on the right side of the formation with Tackle, Block, and Mighty Blow. Tackle not going to be in effect for this game, but Mighty Blow and Block sure are. And also have guard and block on Hume, and then guard on Schlegel. Sorry, block on Schlegel. So they've got a lot of, or comparatively, they've got a lot of block, right? When you consider the two blodgers as well. So that's a bit of an uphill. It's a bit of an uphill battle. Oh no! They took out Creek. Good trade here by the Lizards to take out one of the 2-star players. Galatia says testing out Token at Evo got me messing around with P4A. I love P4A. Man, I love that. P4A. I don't know what to say other than it's so good. Like, I love Persona, of course. Of course. I love Persona. Like, the style is great, the music's great, but the characters are great too. Like, I love the concept of pulling in your persona. Like, you have like a certain amount of times you can bring them in, but there is a character. There is a character in. I'm telling you, there's P4A Bones and Token. That's cool. I'm looking forward to Token as well. Like, that looks super cool to me. Plus, I really like Arxis. But there's a character in P4A. Is my War Master with the sub. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Oh, you missed an overdog Morg earlier. But in Persona 4 Arena, my favorite fighting game character. I don't actually play them, but there's a character. He's a baseball player, and so he has a special mechanic. It's like he's got a baseball meter, and so as he plays, as he gets hits on his opponent, he gets runners on base, and he's trying to get them home until he gets, I think, 10, maybe 20. I don't really remember. And then he goes into the super mode. But like when he whiffs an attack, it's like a strike, and if his opponent blocks an attack, it's a ball. And so you're playing baseball with your fighting game character. It's so interesting. I love it so much. And like 3 strikes is an out, and it's really cool. Yeah, I've been playing some Blaze Blue as well, which is an old fighting game. But I that one, Blaze Blue is about my max level of complexity. One die block on Argus the Animal. Gets the knockdown thanks to block. Yeah, there's no Pips Pippi on this roster. They are charlatans, fakes, fooleries. Iron Cynic, welcome to the stream. Iron Cynic says he's confused as to why Philosopher's Song is carrying the ball with Plato the Fowler. I think it was due to on the ball, and Plato's going to hand off. But, no, I think he's almost certainly going to hand off. Three-die blitz by Grashnak Blackhoof. Gets a push and a frenzy follow-up. We were talking about this in this first game as well. This is that 6-die block. Trying to guarantee the knockdown here. Unfortunately, up against a blodger, so needs a POW and didn't get it. So that's going to be a dodge push. Now a 2-die against Hume. Got the POW. Hume with the smashed knee, bringing his MA from 6 to 5. There's a lot of stats on certain players that if you lose a stat, the player just can't play anymore. That's the end of his career. I think an Osiris Blocker MA5 is perfectly fine. But like an elf that goes from Edge 2 to Edge 3, I don't know, buddy. I don't know, you're out of here. Or somebody that goes from Strength 3 to Strength 2, no, sorry, you should look into a new career. Double pals against Hegel. No armor break. Iron Cynic says this isn't BB 2025. That Fowler doesn't need any more skills. Oh, I gotta turn on red versus blue. This is ridiculous. It's the whole screen is monochrome. There we go. Philosopher Song, the lizards in the red, although also kind of in blue. Nappanee Nightmare, the Chaos team in blue. Hegel with the rush back to cover the ball carrier. And now a 2-die block gets the knockdown on Larry Longhorn. .55 seconds to go here. Turn number 4 for Philosopher's Song. Failed the boneheaded roll with the Crocs. Bruce is going to remain on the ground. Really wanted that strength 5 mark against Grashnak here. Grashnak marking Descartes. Ball shifts laterally to the left on their own 4-yard line. Now they're going to try to cage up to the left here. They've got that left wide zone free and clear. I don't think anybody's really in position to be much of a threat. Covers that front left corner and then finishes up the turn with a 1-die block over on the right side. Gets the knockdown. Now turn 4 for the Nappanee Nightmare. Final third of the first quarter coming up here. They are on defense. They are the underdog team in this matchup in terms of team value. And I think really on paper as well. Again, it's hard when you play as a team that doesn't start with key skills like block, and you're up against a team that has those skills. It's really hard to kind of figure out what you have to do, right? Because you can't just rely. You're like, okay, I have my choice of who I want to blitz. Now you have to be real mindful. It's like, okay, here's where I can get my 2-die or my 3-die. But if I do that, is my formation going to crumble? So if it is, I can't do that. It creates a situation where your opponent can win. Your opponent, Grashnak, knocked down by a skink. The humiliation. He won't even look at me. He knows. But it creates a situation where your opponent has the privilege of being able to make more mistakes than you. So it can be tough. It's one of the reasons why I think blitzers are, personally, I think blitzers are really important on a human team. I pick up all 4 right out of the gate. You have 4 players with the block skill. They're also pretty fast. In the new version of Blood Bowl, you're only going to be able to pick up 2, but the new human catchers are strength 3, which, wow. So we'll see. "45 seconds to go here in turn 5 for Philosopher's Song." Got the ball pretty well secured right now over in the left wide zone. A knockdown on Raven the Rampager. Looking for a 9+ here. And the Lizards, they have the skill advantage. Skill is in player skill advantage. They also have the speed advantage as well. So if they need to, they can, well, provided they can open up a lane to do so, they can poke this ball through the defense and then just head for the hills. Ball now on Philosopher's Song's 2-yard line. Electric Span says, "Are you out of ink?" What does that mean? Boy, the rolls got all shaken up here. So now Descartes on the foul against Grashnak. Try to get him off the pitch. Gets a stun out of it. Does not get called off the pitch. Oh. I am not out of ink. I did get a new printer, so I have lots of ink. I got a new 3D printer and I got a new regular printer. I guess we're calling them 2D printers now. I don't like that, but Mick Mackey says should have fouled with the ball. Would have gotten KO'd. That ball adds a little extra oomph. Yeah, I'm excited for this new edition. Two-die blitz against Descartes, gets a push. So the defense here trying to apply some pressure here, trying to stop that forward movement. They're still pretty weak on this side here, but again, they're down so many options. You can see the uphill block here, which I don't think is a bad decision at all. Didn't work out. Trying to make something happen with the offense here. Against the offense, I should say. Now, turn 6 for Philosopher's Song. I imagine they're going to try to take off here. They still got to get through Argus the Animal. There's the knockdown on Argus. Looks like this ball's going to move ahead to, well, it could move to the 2. He could arguably move to the 6, but I don't know if he's going to do that. He is. All right. It moves all the way down to the opposing 14-yard line. And now I think we're going to see a skink or two come in this direction and try to get some tackle zones between the ball carrier and the right side of the pitch. Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about. Warmaster said one day they will have a Slanesh team, a Shane's team. 2-9 block against the number 4 Journeyman. Gets the knockdown thanks to block. Good blitz here. You don't have to move before blitzing. A blitz is a move and a block all in one, and you can do that in any order you wish. You can take that block at the very beginning of your turn, the very end of your turn, or somewhere in the middle. So it's a good tool to use, not just to like take a block that's far away, but also to take a block that you have and then move into position. It's a way to break a character free who maybe doesn't want to dodge, like say a Saurus at Edge of 5+. Turn 6 now for the Nappanee Nightmare. You know, can I just say, that is a dangerous end zone, all right? That is a twisted ankle waiting to happen. 2-die block on the right side of the line. This is going to be a push. Like, ugh. What does Gored by a Bull do? Good removal here by Grashnak Blackhoof to get one of these Sauruses off the pitch. Lizard teams are a combo of strength and speed, right? These Sauruses all have strength 4 and AV 10. The Skinks have strength 2 and AV 8. If you can take the Skinks off the pitch, a Lizard team has nobody left who can reliably carry the ball. Whenever you take out a Saurus, that's also not bad, right? All these players are very important to the Lizard team. And that's another strength 4 player that you don't have to worry about, that can't keep these Skinks safe. So a good removal. We'll see if that sticks for the second half. McMackey, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Good luck in your game. Like, I know obviously Slaanesh is the only like major god, chaos god, not represented. But that aside, I often, this tells you how stupid my life is, but I often wonder what a Nuffle team would look like. Like, would that just be pure randomness? Like a mix of ogres and vampires? Oh, congratulations, McMackey. All they do is win, win, win. Oh yeah, like halflings and vampires. Or maybe just halflings, vampires, and ogres. Give them some semblance of a chance with some combination of something. They could be like Chaos Renegades, but stupid. Maybe not welcome to the stream. Oh, you're right. There is no Zinch. You're absolutely right. We've got Nurgle, we've got Khorne, we've got no Slaanesh, we've got no Zinch. What would a Zinch team even be? It would have to be like your skills change or something, you know? Or it could be any team, right? It's just, oh, you got your hopes up. The fresh flings of Bel Air. That's great. Cobblestone, welcome to the stream. What's Trickster? Turn 7 block here by Ericos, Bored in Blood. Oh, right. I've still yet to see gnomes in action. Oh, that's not a bad idea, Hank the Ranger. Instead of their skills changing, they get their rerolls to change their luck. Pre-block sidestep. I see, I see. Frenzy follow-up here by Grashnak. Blackhoof gets a push on Bruce the Crocs. I don't think I want to. I'm not even. I don't want to think what a Slanesh team would be. BB Nuts says, you want to see a frenzy coach lose his mind? Try blocking a sidestepping dodge illusionist. Turn 8 now for Philosopher's Song. They've got the ball on the opposing 24-yard line. Nobody can oppose them. Yep, they're going to get in the end zone, and that will be a score 1-0. Very similar first half as we saw in the first game this evening. The offense has done their job here. Can the defense do their job? One more turn left in the first half. This Chaos team is not going to be able to do anything with that turn unless there's a timeout. I love this. I love these cheerleaders so much. It's awesome. Although they're just kind of spraying it in the bones. Like, you got to get that up in the air to the crowd. Wait, there was? Oh, there was a test Zinch list. Really? I don't remember that. What was it like? I guess. Three on the line, spread wide. What? Two skinks on the line here for the Lizard team. I think the Nightmare is probably going to be looking for 3-die blocks here. Oh, there was a Slanesh team too, was there? That doesn't feel very thematic to me. Specialized positionals, like how so? Yeah, the Nightmare here looking to set up the 3-die blocks with these two skinks on the line. The nervous keeps moving forward, reach on Warriors. Nappanee Nightmare got an extra reroll here, so they can lean into these blocks. 3-die block on the left side against Aristotle. Don't reroll this, but that's fine because they're going to get another block out of this. There's the Pal looking for an 8+ here. No armor break. Now to the skink on the right side. Triple Pals on Confucius. Again, no armor break. Now a 2-die on Kant. This is going to be a push. Frenzy follow-up. Double Pals looking for a 9+. Got the armor break. Got nothing out of it. Will he dare to foul? I think he will dare. I think he will dare. 4+ currently. Now a 3+ to break armor. Gonna foul with the journeyman, it seems. Gonna go for the pass for some SPPs. Got to spend a reroll here. That'll be the end of the turn. No foul at the end of the half. 1-0 the score. Nappanee Nightmare will be on offense once again here. I want to know why. When do episodes of Make Some Noise come out? There's been only 2 episodes, I swear, for like the last 4 weeks. Anchor formation for the defense, shifting that line over to the right side, and now the offense is set up. All the skinks being protected at this point. You can see them all behind the linebackers. The Nightmare setting up a lot of players on the line here. 7 on the line, 2 back to receive. Here's the kick. Middling kick. Brilliant coaching is going to go to nobody. 3 re-rolls apiece as we start the second half of the game. Ball kicked to the 10-yard line, just outside that left wide zone. Wardmaster 1969 says, so how are the teams faring with the slaughter that happened last week? So far, this is game number 2 of week 3. So far, it's been fine. So we in the first game, we mentioned in the pregame that the Orc team might end up picking Morg as an attempt to keep Morg out of the hands of their opponent. They did just that because they had like 500 plus K in their treasury, which 500 crosses into catastrophe territory with a 1 on an expensive or a spiraling expensive, or no, it's called expensive mistakes now. Expensive mistakes roll. So you had to have a plan for it, and the plan indeed was Morg, but the underdog did not counterpick Morg to keep it out of the hands of the Orc team. So the Orc team got Morg. With that Morg pickup by the favorite team, it was a 960,000 gold TD differential for the underdog. Three plus pickup does not work out. Is a reroll going to be spent? I think it has to be because of those skinks. Going for the pass to get this ball safe in the middle of the field. Good catch. Very well done. Ooh, that was scary. That was scary. Got the ball to the 6 now with good protection on the left side. Plato got to move forward due to on the ball. On the ball gives you 3 free movement on a kickoff or a pass. Oh, man, come on. I was doing so well with the replays. But Morg did nothing for the first quarter of the game. It was all pushes. I wonder how much money's in my treasury. I think I'm in the 200K range. T-Dye blitz on the left side of the pitch, and that's a KO. Well done. So I believe that's a 2-man player advantage. Oh no, he's got the star players. Minute 7 left on the clock. One die block against Errico's Born in Blood. Gets a POW out of this. Man, so many good games have come out in the last few weeks. So I've still got to finish Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm very far into it. I love that game. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD Remake came out. I haven't even started those. Ninja Gaiden 4 came out. I did start that. There's, of course, the Trails in the Sky remake, which is great. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which, honestly, I'm very excited. I love the Digital Eclipse collections because you get a lot of eclectic games, and the way they do their documentary portions are great. Early pressure here by Philosopher's Song gets Socrates across the line of scrimmage over on the right side of the ball. It's now on the opposing 10-yard line. Trying to force this ball movement perhaps to the left or even to the right, just to one of the side zones, one of the wide zones here, to then try to stop their forward momentum. Frenzy follow-up into a POW. 9+ breaks armor with Mighty Blow. Two-die block against Wittgenstein. That is a both down, unless a reroll is spent, which it was, and that's going to keep the drive alive. But now the Nightmare down to one reroll for the game. They got a stun out of this on the armor break. Looks like they will advance to the right. Blitz still available. Two-die blitz against Heidegger over on the left side. This will be a push as well. Speedy Goat Zales on the blitz. Remember, with horns, that blitz is a 4 instead of a strength of 4 instead of a strength of 3. And now two-die on Bruce got the POW here. No armor break with 23 seconds to go in turn 10. The Night Bear. The Night Bear. I'm your worst nightmare. All right. Simmer down. Third 10. Oh, you got an interception? That's great. I love interceptions. We had a tree intercept a ball once, and that was one of my favorite things. I will say, so the new rules, I haven't thought about too much, but I will say I am certain I am happy with the simplification of the passing rules. Like, wildly inaccurate. Like, it was too much. It was the Broncos intercepted the ball, not so great. Yeah, I think it's great. I love interceptions. Was it an interception with not foul appearance? Why can't I think of the trait? Disturbing presence. Was there a disturbing presence? Against Nurgle, I imagine there were. Two-die uphill on the ball carrier gets a push out of this. Going for the uphill block on Momo McSafety. Wildstar doing a great job of keeping this formation intact despite the player skill differential. Now the foul on the star player. Yeah, well done. Can't foul a star player and not get called off the pitch. There's money to be made. You just took money out of the hands of a team owner. Fowler removed from the pitch, but I think that's a pretty good trade here. Turn 11 for the Nightmare. They've got the ball on their own 2-yard line. Currently marked by Descartes, who came in for the 2-die uphill. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good trade. A POW on Descartes, an 8+ would be great for the Nightmare. Clears the ball. Spire, of course, an excellent coach, but I'm always so impressed when you see a coach take a brand new team like this and like navigate those waters, right? Like we talk about in the pregame of game number 1 this evening, like your opponent is allowed to make more mistakes than you are, and so figuring out, right? You're still playing Blood Bowl. It's still a game where you're trying to mitigate risk, and so figuring that out when your opponent has skills that you don't, meaning they can do things that you can't, right? Often involves impeccable action order, often involves perfect formations, and knowing when to take risks, right? Knowing, you know what, I wouldn't normally take this risk, but it's not so bad. I have a reroll. If I could punch this guy over in this corner, I can control this portion of the pitch, or I can open up a lane. And just watching coaches do that, man, I'm always so impressed. I cannot do that. I am very bad at that. I'm very bad at a lot of things. Good removal here. 2 SPP against Goko's, the journeyman. Philosopher's Song still hanging on to all 3 of their rerolls. Stand-up blitz on the ball carrier is just a push. Boy, oh boy, Momo McSafety staying on their feet after the blitz. That is a player earning his salary. Stand up, let's spent the reroll to try to get the knockdown, but only got a push. Turn 12 now for the Nightmare. They still have possession of the ball. The defense tightening the noose. Look at where all the marks are. There's a mark here, a mark here, a mark here, a mark here, a mark here. There's just nowhere to go. Dodge push on Socrates. Socrates sidesteps into the ball. And now another mark on the ball carrier. And now a 2-die on Socrates. This will push Socrates back off the ball carrier. And now 2-die against Descartes gets another push out of this. All of these skinks blodgers. Desperately trying to knock down the skink without the tackle skill, without the block skill. 2-die against the animal. Another push. Great work here by Proudstar. Gets Descartes off the ball carrier. Ball carrier by no means free, still marked. It's and there's nowhere to go that's not a negative dodge right now. But great job getting that blodger off the ball carrier. 2-die blitz now by the ball carrier is gonna be a pout, boy. So well done. Very well done. Thought for sure he'd follow up, but nope. He's going to stay right where he is. You know what? No need to follow up because you're not safer on the follow-up, despite being marked, I think. Now 2-die against Socrates. Socrates is going to step in on the ball. Turn 12 now for Philosopher's Song. Final turn of the third quarter here. As Philosopher's Song keeps the intense pressure up. Again, Philosopher's Song has more skills on their players than this Chaos team. They can and have been leaning into this, but Proudstar has been finding the ways to maximize these die rolls. That's what you call teamwork. 2-die blitz against Momo McSafety gets the knockdown. And then Eric goes, Born in Blood, was right beside, ready to pick that ball up when their teammate fell to the ground. Boy, on the both down result, I don't think that's a great trade for Philosopher's Song. They're gonna lose their big guy. Speedy Goat Zalis would have been KO'd, but one of the what are they called? Temporary wandering apothecaries. One of the wandering apothecaries was spent to keep that player on the pitch. If you are knocked out and you spend the apothecary, instead you are stunned. It downgrades the KO to a stun, and that keeps you on the pitch. Two-die gets Nietzsche's dead. Has to spend the final team reroll here. Got the POW. Now the odds of everything have changed for the duration of the game. I did not get enough sleep last night. Oh my gosh. Stand up blitz here. Got a POW on Socrates. Stand up 3-die blitz. Looking for that 8+. That would be huge. Socrates, the only sidestepping skink on the roster. No armor break. But now the ball carrier free. And now the ball shifts over to the right side. Comes in for the assist against Heidegger and gets the knockdown here. Very well done by the Nappanee Nightmare. This is what I'm talking about. This so impressive. Very well done. Turn 13 now for Philosopher's Song. They're doing what they can here. But when your big guy decides to both down. Two-die block gets Raven the Rampager. This will be a POW. Yeah, POW with 8+ to break armor. Got a lot of work done today, but I feel like it should have been done like a week ago. But I didn't know what I was doing, so I don't think there's really anything I could do about it. Two-die, boy, these players on this lizard team, Spire's gonna have to have a talk in the locker room. Has to spend the final reroll here. Gets the knockdown on the ball carrier, gets a great stun out of this as well. The ball's gonna bounce to the 2-yard line. Man. BBNet says, is the next season of MAML going to be delayed? Cyanide have been telling admins to have their leagues done by the beginning of March. Where have they said that, if you don't mind pointing me in the right direction? Because if that, I actually, having some direction from Cyanide is helpful. And, oh, in their Discord? I'll double check then. Thank you. I don't think I think we'll probably delay the actual season in that case. I mean, this is the first I'm hearing about it, so take it with a grain of salt. I might change my mind, but I think we'll probably delay the actual season. We might have like a one-off tournament in the meantime or something. Maybe a goofy like mixed teams tournament or something. Another team with rerolls remaining. Now we're getting down to brass tacks. Elden Marina says, BB2 throwback with mixed teams. That's where the Spippy journey started. That's right. That is right. T9 Blitz against Wittgenstein. Got the POW here. Big 10 plus to break armor, but the knockdown's good enough. Yep, that's going to clear Aaron Goat of Ernst. Now pulls in for the assist against Schlegel. 2-die block against Descartes. It's going to be a dodge push. And a 1-die against Schlegel. Got the knockdown. Very well done. Man, this Chaos team. Proudstar putting in some work tonight. Good pickup, and now back in possession of the ball. Larry Longhorn. Sounds like a porn alias. Who knows? Maybe it is. You don't know what he does in his off time. I guess it wouldn't be his off time. It would just be a second job, really. Two-die block against good old Larry Longhorn. Got the POW. 8 plus breaks armor with Mighty Blow. Great armor break there. 2 SPP for the SARS and 1 less Chaos player to deal with. Slowly removing this Chaos team from the pitch. Alpha's going to be spent. Really has to. The Apothecary is like, Look, you can have your skull bashed in or you can die. Take your pick. Look, I ain't got all day. Move says pick dead. Yeah. Proudstar. He's gonna make right by the skate. He'll be fired, but like he'll get like a pension. he'll be all right. That's true. That's actually a very good point. It would avoid the chance of him getting the MVP. That's very true. It's heartless, but it is true. Good recovery here by Philosopher's Song, and now that it's in the hands of a skink, it is all but certain to break away. Look, Nappanee Nightmare has done a stellar job in this uphill battle All things considered, very, very impressive job. That's true. All's fair in love and Blood Bowl. That's how the phrase goes. Oh, that injury looks pretty bad. Yeah. You know you don't have a job anymore, right? That injury looks pretty bad. You know you don't have health insurance anymore, right? Turn 15 for the Nappanee Nightmare. Do you think they have Cobra in the old world? Looks like you're gonna have to get Cobra. For people who are not from America, Cobra is the insurance, because our healthcare system is the worst. But if you get fired from your job, you're allowed to keep your insurance through a program called Cobra. Yeah, except it's a literal cobra that kills you. I'm playing the NC Snakes, trust me. I don't think I would trust Corn Care. Neither would I. Although Slanesh Care. No. Turn 15 for Philosopher's Song. I mean, look, I guess, really, if you want to live, like if living is the goal, Nurgle Care is probably what you want. Philosopher's Song gonna park the ball right outside the end zone. No way the Chaos team's gonna be able to get to them. But really great play. And again, great play by Spire here as well. Spire, obviously a great coach. Always placing at the top of the leaderboard. Had a great team, great coach. Up against Proudstar, also a great coach. But just, like I said, I'm always impressed when I see that uphill battle, how a coach reacts to that. All things considered, despite what we see over here, really, really well played game. Warmaster says, Orc says healthcare workers in the Cobra plan. That would be the best outcome. Dude, I blitz against Argus the Animal, looking for some SPP here. Got the armor break. There it is. Got the KO, no SPP. You only get SPP on the casualty. Now a T-die on... Oh, El Numerino, what was the final of your game? Cool. Well done here by Philosopher's Song. They're going to win this one 2-0. I think there's still one turn left. Philosopher's Song was on defense. There's no turns left. Very, very well played by both coaches. That was a lot of fun. First game we watched, the first half was a lot of fun just to watch that Overdog Morg pick. And this game is just so well played. Very well. That's the same coach. Same color, same coach. All right. All right, and with that, Philosopher's Song is going to end the week 3-0-0. Like I said, great coach, always at the top of the leaderboard. Very well done by Spire, but again, really well played by Proudstar, considering that TV differential. Man, that was a lot of fun to watch. All right, let's take a look at the schedule before we leave for the evening. I might go to bed early. I got so little sleep last night. All right, coming up next, it looks like we've got a game this Monday, November 10th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's UTC -5. That is going to be, in my opinion, the GOAT versus Carnage Incorporated, Electric Band versus McMackey, Skaven versus... Skaven versus Goblins. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Skaven versus Goblins on Monday night. And then on Tuesday night, November 11th at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got the World of Cheese versus the Kenagami Chiefs. That is James Like Snacks versus Zias71, and that's going to be Pro Elves versus Black Orcs. Also a fun matchup. Big, strong Black Orcs versus the nimble Pro Elves. Lots more games to schedule. That'll be a bloodbath. Lots more games to schedule here in week 3. And when those games get scheduled, Couple Storm says 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Broncos versus the Gits as well. On Monday or on Tuesday? Well, whichever day it is, that's perfect. We'll stream that one as well. So yeah, we'll get that on the schedule as well. And when these games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at MAML.com. MAML, I got little sleep. MAML.club. That's MAML.club here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel, Play Blood Bowl, man. I love this game. It is so much fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Games Store, PlayStation, Xbox, and the tabletop form at your friendly local game store with the new version coming out imminently, like a week or so, right? I'm looking forward to it. But until Monday night, November 10th at 9 p.m., there might be some games scheduled before that. Again, just check out our schedule on the website or on social media. It's always posted there. And if those games get scheduled, you won't miss them. But otherwise, until Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you back here then. And enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.